cooked out, I can finally take the lead again. Hold up. Let him cook. Literally. Nan really was the disaster. You were right. You just needed to believe yourself. Alright, time Kabuto, if you can hear me, take me to last week's rating time. A C. No, this episode is getting the Agito A. So, we got played, and y'all in the comments section definitely had me feeling like I ate crow, but expectations have been subverted, and retroactively, last week's episode gets bumped up from a C all the way up to an Agito A, as we dive into the Geats episode that continues playing up its convolutedness along with adding more to the drama. So, let's get right to it. After his new predicament, Azuma questions if he's really on the right side, trying to get the deets when Beroba reveals what they are actually after is the goddess of creation, which the DGP has just kept hidden this whole time. While we're at it, let's throw back in one of the best new characters in the bunch. I can already feel y'all getting salty as Daichi returns now on the other side. While I thought that Sarah last week seemed kinda odd and to be a little off, it's revealed that the hostages do come in waves, with this week's being Saya's family. 3 wires this week, so the stakes are absolutely higher. I mean, mathematically, I guess. I don't know why I didn't do this simultaneously with Sarah. It would have been more stakes worthy, but whatever. With Saya the center of focus, it's time to fully develop this character just as soon as we're about to lose her. It's another tropey episode, alright. Since she's in a bind and she saw Keiwa wreck face last week, she's gonna need that Zambusi back.
We're up with a round of Fruit Ninja featuring the Fox in this week's Geats.
Galaxy Blade. Which one?
What do you mean? There's only one of me, and by the way, I'm here in no part thanks to you.
What do you mean I tried? I legit kinda sorta tried.
Nah, hard enough, so I'll have you paying up soon enough. Now, let me make that bread for Space Fize's sake.
Oh, Space Fize is dead. He turned into water, he became a bucket, but now it's gone, but he's definitely dead. Yeah, he's dead.
What? But I've been working hard to get this photo book for him.
I'll take that off your hands.
Oh no, absolutely not. Not at all. This is for my consumption. Anyway, where was I? Our duo of trash diggers try to make amends when it's watermelon time. Though Geats fails to smash like Gallagher, he still clears the mission. Let's get that boost on and... Oh, Fever Buckle is still a thing? Let's check in on Neon and... Who's this Wolf Rider? And they're getting them vines from Azuma, and he's a Jamato? Since when?
Oh, yeah, you've been gone a while. You've missed a lot.
I'm gonna have to play catch up before next week, because clearly, shit's happened. Azuma out here wanting more of that Zambusi, and Lopo has got that for him, and he's taking it regardless of what she's feeling, in this case, the ground, not just once, but twice. We've got a curb stomp lined up, don't we? Yes, we do. Lopo's about to catch that L before the cat shows on up to Cockblock. Back to you.
You know the future you had background music that kicked in when they commentated? You ever gonna upgrade up? Oh, I see. We're still in the you're gonna ignore me unless you're gonna get paid phase, huh? Okay. Alright. Back with more talk between Neon and Sae, going back to her family life of satisfaction when Ace decides that he's gotta level up to Karen status and get the management involved regarding Azuma's current gameplay style. Getting the hookup from Neon, Ace gets an all-you-can-eat buffet with Niram. The issue is, even though Buffa's got some issues, the fact that he's now sponsored kinda ruins things, though Niram's got some realistic integrity to keep. But even then, Ace points out that maybe Niram's not from this time period at all. But then again, maybe Ace is as well. All this while Azuma and Daichi form an alliance, though Daichi's not dealing with the Zambusi, he still has his main ID core intact. Neon and Sae team up to take on the Jamato, but Sae's got the Disaster card handy.
Enough of that because it's Melonberry Blast up in here! So, when the times get tough, Tycoon's got a fever to pitch, and Lopo is all for it, snatching it up for herself and going full boost! Forgetting that there's a motorcycle that goes with it, but Ace is aware there's budgetary constraints, and Toei could only afford one bike, and summons it instead. Getting through to the main event, using that boost punch to juice those Jamatos. Let's go ahead and tune in on the One Punch Cam to see that again. One punch! So good, so good. Lobo, on the other hand, or foot, leads in to the other Jamato going knee deep, getting that vine work revealed. But let's take a look to see how complaining to the management has paid off, since Buffa wants to get in them cheeks, but not if the producers got anything to say about it. Making quick work of Buffa, but gets insulted when he gets his cheek dirty. See, Niram only appreciates sauce on the face if there's food on the other end. So, that's a no-can-do situation right there. So, as Buffa keeps trying to strike, Niram brings up the fourth wall, which not even Buffa's finisher can break. Ending this with peak reality balls, Buffa, using the Zambusi to stay alive, makes Niram change his tune. Speaking of, I'll look into that background music. Oh yeah. Let's watch Boost. Take it out on K-Well one more time for old time's sake. Nice. Now, really back to you. But yeah, I'll check in on that music.
Told you. Now, with knowing the combos, Saya snaps one of the wires, but not before she gets snatched up as well. But that's when Neon shows up to save the day. So finally, the votes are in, and all agree that Saya's gotta go. As so does she, which strikes Ace as a little odd. But also, let's ignore the fact that they're using blankets as walls, because what's about to be revealed can only be heard between Neon and Sae. As it turns out, I was fucking right! And Neon was really the disaster the whole time. Sae merely found the card by her room, but she's willing to have Neon keep going because, as long as she has family, she can be the Dominic Toretto to them all. The Game Master has been having his little fun on the side, since the card being found wasn't Neon messing up, but his own doing. Gotta keep the drama in check. With this episode of Geats, we get the recolor of the glare suit with Kamen Rider Gazer. And with that, let's talk forms. I thought the white and gold aesthetic would be a little bit of an eyesore, but honestly, it grew on me. Just about any color combination works for this suit really, as we're gonna get another one next week. Makes me wonder if the Vision Driver DX will actually come with just one card or multiple. Rating time. Now, there are some concerns as out the gate they present us with some new information, but also really start playing into the ageism and possible time dilations that I've been theorizing up. This episode retroactively made the last one better, and this one is a bit more satisfying due to the fake out. So for that, I am also gonna give this episode the Agito A burning form. So let's get this one out the way. I can't be the only one with the mindset that the goddess of creation is actually Mitsume, being holed up by the DGP. It's likely the root of the entire desires being granted aspect. Now, of course, she could still be Ace's mother, in a way that he was conceived solely for the purpose of retaliation against the games if something were to happen to her, which became the case. I've stated before that I feel that the current incarnation of the DGP isn't what it originally was. If Mitsume is indeed the goddess of creation and former navigator, then she alone had the power to grant those winning desires, until someone took it too far, who I still feel is Niram. Which brings us to the man himself, Niram, a man out of time just like Ace appears to be. What's funny is they keep playing up Niram's infatuation with reality and food. He might come from a twisted future in which he doesn't like the way things have gone. The food's probably shit or non-existent, and when given the option, likely created a bubble universe that play into his ideal era. Why he chose it to do it at a time when Japan is in a recession and the yen is weak, I don't know, but clearly, the food's still banging. The issue is, yes, this plot is continuing to appear pretty convoluted. On one end, we have time hopping, interdimensional travelers, watching this game just for entertainment. What this game houses is a being considered a god for all they are able to create. This is spearheaded by a man from a different point in time, just to get his own enjoyment out of the current era. At this rate, I don't know if the payoff will be satisfactory or continue to be more convoluted. If this all ends up being some Matrix-style digital world and the goddess of creation is just some supercomputer or the programmer behind it, then they are trying way too hard here. Let's get grounded back into this episode, as Neon being the disaster was definitely one thing, but now I'm hoping that it actually sticks and not just another plot device just to end her after the next 2-episode arc. Since now that Buffa is gaining traction, this could just lead to another face-off between him and Geats, with Neon probably being eliminated with the next game to prevent an auto victory, or just so the game could keep on going another round. Though, the thing is, if she does win and gets her wish, they'd have to find some way to get her back in there as well. Unless it's just that her wish for true love just gives her something worth maintaining in the next round. Especially since, as long as Ace has been around, we haven't had the luxury of seeing any past winners. Daichi joining in the Yamato ranks in full capacity is another neat thing as well, since I actually did like his character compared to Sae, and I'm glad to see that he can still play a factor in influencing the game. If he does, however, will still remain to be seen on that front. So, what did you think about this week's Geats? The boost buckle still having it out for Keiwa, having Sae be a fake out, and me not catching L's. Anyway, that's it for me. Shine them cleats for the next Geats, and I will see you all next time. Bye.